with another video for you guys. And as always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Links are posted down below in the description box. Yeah, I know, sorry this is late. I know that the game ended about 4 hours ago, but I'm coming on here giving my recap of it now. Had a really busy week this week. As you all know, I bought a condo last week, and I'm getting closer to my move-in day, which is next Saturday, actually. And this weekend, I spent time tidying it up, getting it cleaned up, and getting it painted, so I didn't have time to watch the game in full, but I did catch most of it to give you, at least enough to give you guys a recap. And obviously, I wasn't on Steel Twins, so a lot of these videos that I'm going to be recording, I'm actually going to be at my condo and moved in when the weekend hits, because by then I'll be officially moved in. But yeah, getting on to this game. Tough loss for the Pittsburgh Steelers today. We fall 24-20 to the New York Jets at Heinz Field this afternoon. Just to get my thoughts out there on the game, I want to talk about the obvious one first, which is the quarterback situation. So Mitch Trubisky starts the first half for us this afternoon, and as expected, he looked really bad. He threw a terrible interception. I don't care if it was tipped. I am just done with that guy. I don't want that guy to start another game for us. I don't want him even on the roster anymore. I'm just done with Mitch. I can't with him anymore. Stepping into the pressure, stepping into the pass rush, getting sacked, trying to do too much once again. I mean, it's just the same play from Mitch Trubisky every single week. And this guy, in 6 years in the league, 5 of them as a starter now, he just does not improve. And Mike Tomlin, who I am heavily critical on, I think this guy's been watching my YouTube channel and a lot of other Steeler content creators, because the second half rolls along. We're down 10-6 to the Jets. By the way, major props to Chris Boswell. Booted a 59-yarder this afternoon just before halftime. Of course, it was in a losing effort, but a 59-yarder at Heinz Field. Heinz Field is not an easy place to kick field goals, let alone from 55 plus. So that's the longest field goal in Pittsburgh history. It ties the longest in Steeler history. He had a 59-yarder against Dallas a couple years ago. So major props to Chris Boswell. I just wish we could score other ways. But my wish got granted in the second half. You want to know why? Guess who came in today? Number 8, out of Pitt, Kenny Pickett. And I'm not going to say he immediately gave a spark to the offense, but I saw the offense get much more rhythm, and I saw it get a spark in the second half. Now, obviously, yes, Kenny Pickett threw 3 picks today. I'm not going to kill him on those interceptions, and I'm not going to blast him for those interceptions for 2 reasons. First of all, he was thrown into an emergency situation. Well, not an emergency situation. He was thrown into the second half of this game because Mitch Trubisky was just stinking up the joint, and Mike Tomlin thought, you know what, now's a good time to bring out the rookie. Okay? He didn't even play the entire game. Okay? So I'm not going to get on him for that. And the second reason why is because really the first interception that he had was just chuck it up in the air and see what I got in my arm strength. Kind of like a warm-up throw almost, and it was intercepted. Now, granted, okay, it was a bit of an underthrow by Kenny Pickett, no denying that. But at the same time, Chase Claypool has to make that catch. I'm sorry. Chase Claypool had it in his hands. It slipped away and it got intercepted. Granted, it was a little underthrown, but Chase just has to make that catch. So that's his first pick. His second pick, that's on him. Okay? Now, again, I'm going to lay off of him. I'm not going to criticize him for that interception, but hopefully that's a throw that Kenny Pickett learns from, okay? Because as a quarterback, as a young quarterback like that, your number one rule and learning session for being a quarterback outside of throwing across your body is that you can't thread the needle like that. That's a throw that Mitch Trubisky tries to make all the time, and it just does not work. And if Kenny Pickett is incapable of making a throw like that, he can't be doing that. So, yes, that wasn't a good throw. Trying to force it there, trying to make a play on a limited window of opportunity that he had there, just a bad play. And then finally, the third pick that he had, it was the last play of the game. It was a Hail Mary. We were down 24-20. It got intercepted. So the thing about Kenny Pickett is that I like he has confidence. I like that he's a risk taker. I like that, he's not afraid to throw the ball down the field, because that's what the offense was in the second half. We were moving the ball much more efficiently. I saw a young man out there under center with confidence, poise, determination, trying to make a play. Obviously, his second interception, he was trying to do a little too much right there. But again, I can forgive it because it's a rookie mistake, and we didn't anticipate him on playing in this game today anyway. All right, now obviously, if those mistakes continue with Kenny Pickett, where he is trying to do too much and he is trying to thread the needle like that, then I'm going to get more vocal about it. But today, I'm laying off of him. He did not cost us this game. I know a lot of people are saying, well, Kenny Pickett cost you the game today. No, the reason that we lost today's game, certainly not Kenny Pickett, not Mitch Trubisky, not the O-line, not the lack of run game. I don't even think it was Mike Tomlin's fault. Because honestly, if we won today, it would have been because of Tomlin. Kenny Pickett led back-to-back touchdown drives. They were both Russian touchdowns. And, just a great bootleg QB keeper by Kenny Pickett. And then he was muscling his way in the goal line. This kid has strength. He is a fighter. And he is going to go out there and he's going to give everything that he has. Kenny Pickett just played his hardest today. It was just that one bad throw that he had. And then, just a misplay by Chase Claypool, and then a Hail Mary to try to win the game. Obviously, that's just, it didn't cost us the game. But that one throw where he tried to thread the needle, it can't happen. Again, not criticizing him, but he's not the reason that we lost today. Okay, the Jets, showed a little trickery early on. They did a little version of the Philly special. I guess you can call it the New York special for their first touchdown today, where Zach Wilson caught a touchdown. That wasn't the reason that we lost either. The reason we lost today is because of the defense. The defense let Kenny Pickett down greatly today. We're in a position to where we can close the game out. Kenny Pickett's trying to put together a nice drive, and he's trying to, carry the team on his shoulders, and the defense failed him. Couldn't make a stop, couldn't generate a blitz. Minka Fitzpatrick getting hurt certainly doesn't help either. Don't know the status of it. Got to look more into it. And Cam Hayward was down for a couple seconds as well. So obviously, the defense faltered big time in this game despite picking off Zach Wilson. Just a real bad effort by the defense again, and I'm very disappointed with this defense today. But, overall, there are positives to take out of this game. Kenny Pickett showed that he has determination, and I think that he practices more and he finds a favorite target, and I think he may have that favorite target in George Pickens, who had a phenomenal day today. His first 100-yard receiving game of his young career. So George Pickens, we know that he ain't the problem. That guy's a stud. That guy's playing as advertised, and I can't wait to see more of him in the future. George Pickens is going to be great. Pickett to Pickens combo is already looking like it's going to be a promising thing for us. So there's that to take away, but, the bottom line is defense failed us. Defense failed Pickett, let him down big time, and we drop one of the Jets 24-20. And it's a pretty tough loss for us because we're 1-3 now, last place in the AFC North, and the schedule just doesn't get easier from here. Next week, we got the big one up in Buffalo to take on the Bills, who rallied from a 17-point deficit to beat the Ravens. So thank you for that, Bills. Then we go back home to play Tampa Bay. They're currently playing Kansas City right now. Then we go down to Miami to play the Dolphins. As I said the other night, I hope Tua. I hope and pray that Tua is going to be okay, but I don't expect him to play in that game. But still, the Dolphins ain't no pushover. Then we got the Eagles in Philly, a place where we have not won since 1965, and Philly is currently 4-0. So we do not have an easy schedule coming up for these next slate of games, and it is looking very possible that we could be 1-7 at the bye. I'd say our next winnable game is probably at home against the Saints after the bye, but even then, I wouldn't say it's that winnable. So I think Steeler Nation, okay. We know what we have in Kenny Pickett. We know that the kind of quarterback that he is. I say if he's going to start later in the season for us, perhaps even next week, you let him go out there, you let him make his mistakes, you let him evolve as a quarterback, you let him, learn from the throws that he had for today, and you just let him go out there and do his thing, because I think that was not Matt Canada's offense that we saw with Kenny Pickett. I think that was Kenny Pickett just being Kenny Pickett. He was being himself. He was just calling his own shots. So I think that's what the Steelers have to do if Kenny Pickett's going to be the guy moving forward for us. But overall, yes, I like Kenny Pickett. I think he has great potential. It's just those, growing pains that we're going to have to deal with for a little bit. But yeah, it's just a shame that we couldn't hold on for the dub today. We had the game won. We were up 20-10 on the Jets after the third quarter, or in the fourth quarter. We were up 20-10 on the Jets, and they rallied and beat us. But yeah, it's not Kenny Pickett's fault why we lost. It's not, because we didn't anticipate him to play. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say for this game. Again, I didn't see the entire game, but I did see enough of it to make a post game. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments section below, and let's just hope and pray that things can look a little bit better in Buffalo, even though I'm not expecting a dub one bit. This is Steel Sermon checking on out for the night. May God be with you all.